Elijah Holyfield had to pay his dues at Georgia before getting on the field this past season, where he put up over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns, which are both career highs for the son of the former 5-time heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. Now, before Elijah even started at Georgia, pictures of him went viral running track, and just his build, his muscular build, and he's a stocky guy, 5'11", 215. Reminds you a lot of Mark Ingram, the way they're built. Not so much as in the way they run, and we'll get to that in a minute. Holyfield, when you see him, you automatically think that he's a power running back, and no pun intended, but this Georgia Bulldog runs like a bulldog. He runs aggressive. He looks to inflict punishment sometimes. He doesn't look to get away like some of the running backs that came before him, a la DeAndre Swift, Sony Michel at Georgia. Holyfield is that power back. He's at his best when he's running north-south, I think. When you look at his size and you look at some of the plays he's able to make, he shows some great ball vision when attacking the line of scrimmage. If the original hole is closed, he does a good job of finding the open gap and hitting it north-south instead of always trying to bounce it outside, because that's when that speed comes into play. Of course, he ran the 4.78 40 at the combine, so he's not the fastest running back on the field, but he's powerful and he's sneaky elusive. There's some times where he's able to make some defenders miss in the open field. He's not a good wiggle guy, but he will make you miss in the open field, and that goes to his feet. He has some great feet. His hips aren't the best, but his feet never stop moving. His legs never stop driving, and that's what makes this kid such a sleeper in this draft class. I don't think anything he does stands out at you, but I think he's going to be a great initial backup for a team, a great third down running back coming in. He's a low mileage guy. He didn't get a lot of tick at Georgia, so he still is able to go out there and make those punishing runs, get you 3 or 4 yards per carry, and that's what I like about him. Now, on the receiving end, he didn't catch a lot of passes while at Georgia. He caught 7 passes, and 5 of them came in the past season, so not a great receiver out the backfield. He's an okay pass blocker. He has to do a little bit better on making decisions as the blitz is starting to form, as the defenders start to rush him. He has to do a little bit better job on his decision making, but as a former defensive player, anytime you're going up against a running back, I think any day of the week, most linebackers will take a quick, shifty guy over a power back, because having to go against a guy like Elijah Holyfield throughout an entire game, you know he's going to bring it every play, and he's a load. He's 5'11", 215, so after a while, you get tired of meeting a train head on, so sometimes you would prefer going up against a guy who's going to try to make you miss an open field and not necessarily run over you. But I think Elijah Holyfield is going to be great for whatever teams picks him up. I think teams who are looking for a security blanket as their backup running back, I think teams who are looking for a guy who could come in certain situations and make plays for them to give some relief to their starter, I think Elijah Holyfield is that guy. I don't think he does a lot of things that makes him pop from other running backs in this year's draft class, but I do think that he's going to be one of the better running backs from this year's draft class on down the line. He's a power back, he's an old school back, but at the same time, he has that great vision, he has great feet, he has the ability to bounce and find an open hole. A little bit of Le'Veon Bell. He shows that patience that you want to see in a running back. He doesn't just commit to one hole and try to hit it, but he knows he's at his best when he's running north-south. So a lot of times you'll see him bounce out and try to beat defenders to the outside, but unless the defenders have a horrible angle, I'll say 8 times out of 10, Holyfield won't win that race to the sideline. But a lot of the times his athleticism can sneak up on a lot of defenders, and we've seen it happen in film where he does go to the outside and they just come at a bad angle. He takes advantage of it, and in the open field he shifts into that second gear. But I compare Elijah Holyfield to Mark Ingram. I think he's a great version of Mark Ingram as well. I don't think he'll be an instant starting the league, but I do think he'll be able to help some team out, whoever needs him, whoever picks him up. I like this kid entering this year's draft. He's a tough kid. He's a hard-nosed runner, and that's why I think we don't see enough of as much in the NFL today. So that's my analysis on Elijah Holyfield, guys. As always, let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, leave some comments down below. Check out some of our other videos as well, and we'll keep this content pushing out. Peace.